Welcome to Cosmic Eternity Channel. Let me tell you something that most people never stop to question, a quiet mystery hidden behind something that seems perfectly ordinary. Have you ever wondered why so many chosen souls feel uneasy about their own birthdays? Why that day, which the world calls a celebration, often feels strangely heavy for them? It may sound simple, but within that feeling lies a profound spiritual truth. In the days leading up to their birthday, many chosen ones begin to feel a subtle shift. The air thickens, the heart grows quiet. While others prepare parties and laughter, the chosen soul feels a pull inward, as if something deep within whispers, "Be still, listen." It's not sadness, it's not indifference. It's a knowing, an inner awareness that this day carries more than candles and wishes. For the chosen, a birthday is never just a date on the calendar. It's a spiritual reminder, a sacred echo that transcends time. There's an energy that surrounds that moment, a vibration that reminds the soul of its divine origin, its mission, and the covenant it made long before taking its first breath. Even without full understanding, the chosen one senses that this day is not merely about aging, but about remembering. Some may call it moodiness or a temporary disinterest, but deep within, there's something ancient stirring a memory that awakens with each completed cycle. It's the soul remembering a promise made before entering this world. For the chosen, time doesn't move as a straight line. It's circular, a series of portals, spiritual gates through which energy renews itself. And the day of birth is one of those portals. That day marks the moment when the soul chose to descend, to take on flesh, and to carry the divine task it agreed to fulfill. That's why the chosen often feel drawn to silence instead of celebration. Their soul knows this isn't just about the body, it's about the sacred agreement that once tied heaven and earth together through their existence. It's about remembering purpose. While the world celebrates with noise and lights, the chosen one hears a different call, a quiet invitation to reflect, to listen to what the universe wants to say at the turning of that cycle. It's not isolation they seek, it's wisdom. The chosen understand that such a day holds powerful energy, too sacred to be treated casually. It's a reminder from the divine, remember who you are, where you came from, and why you are here. That's why many chosen souls feel a strange melancholy near their birthdays. They can't explain it, but they sense a familiarity, as if they've been through this moment before. And in a way, they have. The soul remembers. It recalls other lives, other beginnings, other promises made under the light of creation. The human mind may not grasp it, but the spirit does, and that memory stirs emotions too deep for words. So the chosen step back from the noise. They don't chase celebration, they seek understanding. As the world measures years, they measure growth, how much shadow they've faced, how much light they've kept alive, how much love they've managed to expand. That's what true time means for the soul, not minutes or months, but transformation. The body ages, but the spirit shifts its frequency. That's why birthdays lose their ordinary glow, because the chosen realize that the real celebration isn't another year of existence, it's another level of awakening. They no longer measure time by calendars, but by consciousness. What matters isn't how long they've lived, but how deeply they've evolved. The chosen one reflects, how many lessons have I learned? How much peace have I created? How far have I come from who I was last year? These are the questions that replace candles and songs. When the soul awakens, the illusion of time begins to fade. Deadlines, dates, and schedules lose their hold. The chosen begin to understand that the birthday simply marks the moment they chose to experience another human journey. But what truly matters is what they do with that journey, how they use the gift of time. And that's where the quiet conflict arises. While the world shouts, "Celebrate," the soul whispers, "Reflect." And this contrast creates the strange mix of gratitude and melancholy that the chosen often feel joy for life, yet reverence for the weight of it. The world counts age, but the chosen count wisdom. They no longer live by the ticking of clocks, but by the rhythm of eternity. When this truth sinks in, parties and rituals no longer carry the same meaning. They are seen with compassion, but from a higher perspective. For the chosen, the real birthday is not the one marked on paper. It's the day the soul awakens again, when the old self dies and a new consciousness is born. That rebirth is quiet. It doesn't need applause or candles. It's a sacred internal dawn that unfolds in silence. And that's why the chosen often resist celebration. They're not rejecting joy. They're seeking truth. The truth that their real time isn't measured by years, but by awakenings. Once they understand this, they see the physical birthday for what it is, a reminder that they are here for a reason, yet not entirely of this world. So when others insist on celebration, the chosen often stand apart, not out of pride, but out of knowing. Deep down, they remember that their true life is eternal, and this birth is only one brief moment in the vast journey of the soul. In my personal view, this reflection about chosen souls and birthdays feels deeply true. I've always sensed that certain days, especially my own birthday, carry an energy that goes beyond the surface of celebration. While most people see it as a time for parties and joy, I've often felt it as a sacred moment of silence, almost like the soul pauses to remember something ancient and meaningful. To me, birthdays are not just about marking another year of life, but about acknowledging the invisible journey of the spirit. Each cycle feels like a reminder of the mission I accepted before coming to this world. That's why I understand why many chosen souls don't feel drawn to celebrate in the usual way. The noise, the lights, and the rituals don't match the quiet awareness that rises within. I believe that when a soul is spiritually awake, it begins to perceive time differently. What others call a birthday, I see as a spiritual checkpoint, a moment to measure growth, not years. I ask myself how much I've evolved, how many inner battles I've won, and how close I've come to my true essence. So yes, I resonate with this idea completely. It's not about rejecting joy, but about honoring truth. For those who are spiritually aware, a birthday is not a party, it's a prayer. This time of year often stirs something subtle within faint echoes of forgotten lifetimes, unfinished vows, and sacred promises made long ago. Every birth leaves energetic imprints that the soul never forgets, even if the mind does. That's why, as their birthday draws near, the chosen begin to feel the shift. They grow quieter, more inward, more sensitive to unseen currents. It's the soul revisiting the moment it entered the body and accepted yet another divine assignment. Along with that remembrance comes the weight of spiritual contracts, the responsibility to carry light, to evolve, and to fulfill the soul's own covenant. The birthday becomes more than a date. It transforms into a spiritual gateway where old memories rise again. Some of those memories are filled with beauty, others with sorrow. Yet each one serves a purpose, to remind the chosen who they truly are and why they came. While the body joins the celebration, the soul simply observes, silent, reflective, remembering the instant it first breathed and said, "Yes, I'll return once more." That quiet recognition often manifests as melancholy. It's not sadness or lack of gratitude, it's remembrance. The soul feels both the gravity and grace of having chosen to live again. The chosen rarely enjoy being the center of attention on that day. It's not shyness, it's alignment. They're moving through an inner recalibration, and outer noise disrupts that sacred process. A birthday, in truth, is an energetic rebirth. The frequencies shift, the guardians watch, and silent renewals occur in unseen realms. That's why solitude feels so necessary. It allows the soul to reset. For many, the day of their birth in previous lifetimes wasn't one of joy. It may have marked hardship, loss, or spiritual separation. The soul remembers, even if the conscious mind does not. And so the chosen seek meaning, not attention. They prefer the quiet of heaven to the glitter of lights. They want to understand the deeper significance, not merely to celebrate. They recognize that the true gift isn't in material offerings, but in the chance to continue the sacred journey. That's why they often spend the day in stillness, thankful, but peaceful. The chosen know they don't entirely belong to this world. They live by vibration, not convention. Purpose guides them more than pleasure. While others celebrate out of habit, the chosen ask inwardly, "Have I grown? Have I honored my path?" These silent questions become their birthday prayer. They can sense when energy is authentic and when it's only for display. That's why they step away from empty gatherings and turn toward the essence of things. For them, a birthday isn't about receiving gifts. It's about recognizing the miracle of existence itself. It's not about counting years, but about counting blessings and lessons. The chosen don't reject life, they revere it more deeply. Each new cycle is an act of grace, another chance to walk with light, to keep becoming, to keep shining. In the end, they understand that the truest form of celebration doesn't come from others. It comes from the universe itself, whispering approval when they stay faithful to their purpose. The chosen don't need candles to mark the occasion. They already carry an eternal flame within the divine light that never fades. And perhaps, in the stillness of their birthday, while the world rejoices outside, that inner flame glows even brighter, because it's in that sacred quiet that the chosen soul remembers why it chose to be born. From my own spiritual understanding, I see birthdays not as moments for noise or celebration, but as sacred checkpoints in the journey of the soul. Each year feels like a quiet call to remember why I came here, a moment when the unseen world whispers through subtle emotion and inner stillness. I've come to realize that the melancholy I sometimes feel isn't sadness at all, it's recognition. It's my soul remembering the ancient promise it once made to the divine. To me, a birthday is a renewal of purpose, an energetic rebirth where my spirit pauses to realign with its mission. I no longer see it as a date on the calendar, but as a sacred reminder that I chose this path for a reason. The older I grow, the more I understand that my true celebration happens in silence, when I feel the presence of light within me stronger than ever. So instead of seeking applause, I seek awareness. Instead of counting years, I count awakenings. And in that quiet recognition, I find my greatest gift, the peace of knowing that I am still walking my chosen path, faithfully, beneath the watchful eyes of the universe.